In rooms like this, every smile is a transaction. He thought he married for love. She was merely...
For most of my marriage, I thought loyalty was something you earned by being patient. By always showing up, by staying quiet when things felt wrong. I honestly believed love was about endurance. I couldn't have been more wrong. The night it all shattered was at a downtown gala. You know, the type-rented tuxedos and women smiling like they're always on camera. My wife insisted we go. She said it was important for her career, for visibility. And I believed her. From the second we walked in, she wasn't really with me. Her hand slipped from my arm the moment her boss appeared. She laughed too loudly at his jokes, leaned in way too close, and touched his sleeve like it was second nature. I just stood there, feeling like a misplaced accessory. Nodding when I was spoken to, and completely invisible when I wasn't. At first, I told myself it was just insecurity, that I was imagining things. But then, without even looking at me, she said, "Get me a drink. Not, could you? Not, please." It was an order, like I worked there. When I came back, she was gone. I found her across the room, standing far too close to him. Her head tilted in that way it used to only tilt with me. And then I saw his wife notice too. You could see the exact moment it clicked for her, the tight jaw, the stillness in her eyes. She walked straight toward me. She didn't introduce herself or ask for permission. She just linked her arm through mine and said quietly, "Let's step outside." As we walked, I felt the entire room shift. The sudden silence behind us. My wife saw. Her smile collapsed. Her eyes widened. In a single breath, her confidence evaporated and was replaced by fear. Outside, the city air felt cold and brutally honest. "I know," the woman said calmly. "I've known longer than you have." She told me things my wife never did. Trips disguised as conferences. Credit card charges hidden under vague descriptions. It was a pattern, not a mistake. "I don't want chaos," she said. "I want accuracy." We exchanged numbers. It wasn't dramatic. There were no tears, just two people choosing clarity over denial. That night I didn't confront my wife, I didn't argue, I just watched. I listened. I started checking records. Dates, bank statements. Everything lined up too perfectly to be a coincidence. The more I uncovered, the more I realized this betrayal wasn't some impulsive act. It was calculated. Over the next few weeks, the full truth unfolded, quietly. My wife had been siphoning money from our accounts, small amounts, carefully. She was building a safety net I had no idea existed. Preparing to leave while letting me believe we were just going through a phase. Then came the absolute worst part. Years ago, doctors told us having children would be difficult. I believed them. I spent money we didn't have chasing hope. I held my father's hand while he told me he wished he could meet his grandchildren, and I promised him it would happen someday. It was all a lie. A woman who used to work at that clinic found me. Guilt, it turns out, had finally won. She told me everything. The fake reports, the payments from my wife, the lie designed to make me give up on becoming a father because she simply did want children with me. She hadn't just cheated on me. She had rewritten my entire life without my consent. From that moment on, the anger disappeared. Anger is an emotion. What I felt was precise. I started making calls. HR investigations began quietly. Financial reviews followed. Compliance questions that no one could answer cleanly. Her boss stepped down to protect himself, and my wife was left completely exposed. She came home early one afternoon, pale and shaking. "They're saying things," she whispered. "Someone reported something." I looked at her and realized I felt nothing. Not satisfaction, not sadness, just distance. A week later she was fired. Escorted out of the building. No severance, no references. Her phone rang nonstop with calls from former colleagues, but no one answered. That night I laid out all the evidence. Not to hurt her, but to finally end the lie, she cried. She begged. She tried to explain it away with fear, confusion, and even love. I told her love doesn't erase consent. And it doesn't justify stealing someone's money, their truth, or their years. The divorce was clean. The court called her actions intentional and deceptive. She got nothing. The doctor lost her license, and criminal charges followed. People asked if I felt victorious. I didn't. I just felt finished. Months later, my life is smaller. Quieter, it's honest. I work less and sleep more. I reconnected with my mother. I'm finally sitting with my grief instead of trying to bury it. One evening, I was standing on my balcony, watching the city lights flicker on, and I realized something important. I didn't win because she lost. I won because I stopped letting someone else decide the shape of my future. Betrayal doesn't always scream. Sometimes it smiles, it plans, and it waits. And sometimes the strongest response isn't rage. It's simply walking away with the truth and never, ever looking back. Thanks for listening.